Welcome to Revelation Book 2, the Magical Mystery Tour. Discourse 10, titled A Medicine Story with the Dolphins. Though this is a story to give one an idea of the magical kind of things that can happen on this path, that the Spirit might have you become an agent for different kinds of spiritual intervention. And in this case, we go back to 1976. I was reading a story in the San Francisco Chronicle in Marin County, California at the time, and it disturbed me greatly because the story was about this travesty going on where the tuna fishermen were out there in the Pacific capturing tuna and capturing dolphins in their nets and drowning them because they're air-breathing mammals, you see, and they got caught in the nets and would drown. So I rose to the occasion, consulted the Spirit about some possible medicine for this travesty, and was given some direct divine guidance as to what to do. So I did follow the direction. I had the inspiration and the knowledge that the dolphins are very psychic. They communicate spiritually with each other and with humans if they're open to it. So I realized I needed to speak with one of them, and remembered that they have a dolphin in captivity in Golden Gate Park in the aquarium. So I took a ride to the city and went to the aquarium, and there the dolphin was swimming around in a tank. And the aquarium was not very populated, and I waited for a time when there was nobody in the room. And I went up to the glass of the tank, and you could see the dolphin in there, and called to this dolphin to come close to me. And it was a lady dolphin. I could feel that. So I called her over, and I put my face to the glass. And she amazingly swam up to the glass and looked at me with her eye right through the glass into my eye and wondered what I wanted. So I spoke to her psychically with the love in my heart, and I said to her, the fishermen out there in the ocean are trapping and drowning your people, and we need to do something. Something has to be done to put a stop to this. So the reason you're getting trapped out there is because the fishermen follow the dolphins to find the tuna. They know where the tuna is by seeing the dolphins. So I asked this lady dolphin to send a psychic message to her people. Tell your people, when they hear the fishing boats and are aware of their approach, to disappear and save themselves from being captured and drowned. And in this way, we will correct a situation that needs to be corrected. And it was amazing, the love that came from this being. She beamed right at me. It was an incredible experience. And she was very appreciative of my concern and being willing to come and speak to her about it. So I wished her a happy day, and she said, I will tell them. So the next amazing thing was, about 10 days later or so, I picked up the newspaper again, and there was a story about a crisis in the tuna industry. And some reporters had interviewed the tuna fishermen to find out what the matter was. And they reported that they couldn't find the fish because they couldn't find the dolphins. For some reason, unknown to them, this mystery had occurred and the dolphins had disappeared. So there they were without fish in their boat. And this truly amazed me. I really had an introduction to divine intervention in a big way, and what could be done walking this spiritual path. And I don't know what happened after that. However, it was not that long later, a year or two, that there was another story about the fact that the fishermen had figured out a way to capture their fish without capturing the dolphins with them, and thereby drowning them in their nets. So, necessity being the mother of invention, they had come up with this solution. I don't know how they figured out what to do, but somebody must have had a realization. Well, maybe they don't like being drowned in our enterprise. So let's be a little more thoughtful and respectful of their life, because they have been our livelihood, leading us to the fish. So maybe we shouldn't drown them as we engage in our work. And they figured out a way to not drown the dolphins. So sometime after that, there began to appear this little symbol on the tuna cans with a little dolphin on there. And it said, "Dolphins safe tuna." So anyone who might be wondering what the story was behind that, well, now you've heard it. Apparently I was an agent for the Spirit to intervene in this travesty and bring about a better innovation to protect these stewards of the sea and agents of divine intelligence of the oceanic world from abuse and annihilation. So I am the shaman behind Dolphin Safe Tuna, and was very happy and amazed to serve in that capacity. So There was another great adventure and medicine story I had with the dolphins. I'll share at a later time. It's even more amazing. But this was during the early days of my path walking and growing into the shamanic work and the spiritual work. And one of the amazing things that happened along the way. Because once you tune into the source, once you tune into the I Am and make yourself available to be an intervening presence in the world, and are in the stillness in the morning and open to that guidance, you never know what the Spirit might have you doing, or what may come up for you to do or to intervene in. It could be 10,000 different things. So that's the amazing adventure of being consciously one with the ultimate source and the agents thereof. And there are many other medicine stories I have of this nature of intervention and helping people, helping the world, intervening on behalf of nature. And this is all about learning how to be stewards and agents of Father, Mother, God, the I Am, and learning to care for their creations as a conscious being. The Native Americans have many, many stories like this as well. They've been living this way for tens of thousands of years and have walked this good red road of planetary stewardship. They are the guardians of the earth and can explain many things about it and have. But this is what we're invited and challenged to step into as more conscious and responsible beings of mastery, stewardship, and being willing agents of it. It certainly makes for a richer life, a richer consciousness, and a more fulfilling adventure, and certainly will speed you along your way to self-mastery the more you work with this and share your love. So until tomorrow, I wish you all a wonderful meditation upon these things, and may the Spirit bring you safely home. Amun Ra, Aho, Namaste, Vaya con Dios, Carpe Diem.